3 years ago, I started this channel on YouTube to help people outside the nuclear industry understand what it's all about. I thought my experience could help people that weren't familiar with the atoms and uranium and steam generators to see things from a perspective that, at the time, no one was really doing, and explain things in a way that more people could understand without all the kinds of jargon like delayed neutron fraction that people in the industry may know, but it's pretty nerdy and intimidating if you're not. And I'd say this channel has succeeded in that mission. I've been able to reach millions of people and talk to them about nuclear energy, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Presenting to a million people is like talking to every single person in 10 Michigan stadiums. Eat your heart out, Taylor Swift. But in that time, there's been a huge shift, both in the industry and on YouTube. And even if you've been living under a rock, it's been pretty impossible to miss AI. For the nuclear industry, this has meant massive increase in demand thanks to hyperscalers building out mega projects as fast as they can. It also means that skilled knowledge work that used to take an army of people, like licensing a new reactor, is enabling smaller teams to do that work with a lot less and with AI agents. But this isn't some they'll take our jobs threat. What I'm actually seeing is just the opposite. It's creating more jobs and more work. Because there are just so many projects now, companies can't keep up with all the hiring of the people that they need. I'm talking to leaders in the industry, and they're all saying the same thing. There's so much going on, we can't get enough resources and people. Which brings me to the second problem, how AI is impacting places like YouTube. When I started Atomic Blender back in 2022, there was no ChatGPT. If you wanted to know something, you typed it into Google or read the Wikipedia page. The information was there, but it was scattered and usually pretty dense. That's where I felt a channel like this had a wedge. I could explain nuclear energy for average people that didn't have the time to go down a rabbit hole for 5 hours and understand obscure concepts like tellurium embrittlement of Hastelloy N. Not that anyone should. But now there's a huge change in how people consume information. Videos that explain complicated concepts with visuals are still useful, but the problem is that they've always been one-sided. They have to assume the person watching already knows certain details about what's being talked about. That's why apps like ChatGPT are so powerful. They can explain pretty much any topic at the level the person asking wants. They can explain quantum physics like I'm 5. They can give the background of what reactors are starting up in China with at least reasonable accuracy. So for channels that simply make videos explaining concepts, that's something that AI can replicate pretty easily. Which is a little bit of punch to the ego for a channel like this, where the goal is to explain nuclear energy to a broad audience. So I thought about it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to let AI run this channel. No, that would be a disaster. Can you imagine? But no, I really thought about what's the unique value that I bring to people, and what's something that they couldn't just look up on ChatGPT. And I realized that it's me and my lived experience working all over in the nuclear industry for years, from reactor designers to small SMR startups to building 4 massive reactors in the desert from scratch. I still love explaining nuclear to people and advocating for why we should be building more. But I want to push that energy into a direction that solves the first big problem I mentioned at the beginning of this video, helping nuclear projects get moving faster with fewer resources. My plan is to leverage my experience working in and building nuclear organizations and projects to help new and growing nuclear groups succeed in delivering their projects. Whether that's designing a new reactor, building out an operating organization, or even just deciding which direction to go on a fuel strategy. The goal is to give nuclear organizations something they can't get from AI. Well, at least not yet. So what does that mean for this channel? Well, it means you'll probably start to see a shift in how I'm covering different topics or how industry changes are presented. I'll still talk about big news events or technology innovations and explore new ideas, but they'll be more through the lens of how can this help a director at an operating plant run more efficiently? Or how can a startup build a successful demonstration? Because the real value comes from being able to take otherwise basic information and transform it into useful insights and frameworks that you can use to make real decisions and take actions from someone who's done it before. If that sounds good to you, it would be amazing if you could subscribe and support the channel, and then leave any comments below this video on what you'd like to learn more about on the nuclear development and operation side of things. Because this is something I can truly help on. But lately, everyone is worrying about security of energy and dealing with major supplier interruptions. So watch this video to see exactly how to build in nuclear fuel security so supply risks aren't holding you back.